What's up guys, it's Pa here back with another video, and today I'm going to be sharing my experiences with the Nike Zoom Gravity, which has commonly been referred to recently as the underdog in Nike's lineup. Behind the course, the Zoom Pegasus 36, the Zoom Pegasus Turbo 2, and as well as the Zoom Fly and all of that, and the Zoom X, which are all Nike's flagship models at the moment. And today I've got a pair of shoes that didn't cost a lot of money. They were 100 euros. They retail at around that. So if you're on a budget, this is not a bad option, and I will get into that as we talk more about the shoe. It does feature Nike's flagship Zoom, which is found on the Zoom Flies and the Zoom Airs, as well as the Zoom Air All Out, which it has been around for years and still going strong. So without being said, we're going to get into this review. And to be honest, I was surprised when I tried these out. They were actually a little bit more cushioned than I expected. This midsole is actually quite soft, and in fact I'd probably say it's probably softer than this Zoom part right here, which is quite firm, surprisingly quite firm. Not one of Nike's softer Zooms, in my opinion. Zoom is always kind of famous for being kind of soft, but honestly the cushioning is not as good as the Epic React as expected or anything else like that. It's okay. It's just okay. It gets the job done for 100 euros. What more can you ask for? On the lateral side near the back, it says engineered for fast, tested for speed. No excuses, just run. It's just a bit cringe, really, isn't it? You got, when you get to the tongue, you get the Zoom Gravity branding. Just do it, run fast, that sort of thing. You've got the Zoom logo right here, and moving along to the upper near the toe box and the front of the shoe, you have this kind of weave polyurethane layer. It is not Flyknit, and it feels a little bit weird on feet at least, but the good thing is about this, if you're running on sand, which I was, if you're running on any terrain which is mucky, or it's not going to get into your shoes, and you can run relatively in comfort without any stones or sand or debris getting into your shoes, which is a good thing. The only downside about this is that there's not a lot of perforations in the shoe, so your feet can become quite hot pretty quickly. And there's another downside about the shoe. Like, I only got these a couple of days ago. I've been for 3 runs in these, and it looks like I've had them for about 3 months. They honestly do not hold up too well. Maybe it's just because I've been running on sand, I've been running on gravel and stuff like that. But you can already see these creases forming on the Zoom, and the cushioning underneath the Zoom, the midsole, which I was pretty surprised about. But moving along to the lacing system, you see you've got a standard lacing system, and you do have a very nice suede liner along the back, which is quite premium in my opinion for 100 euros. And you have this kind of cool heel tab at the back, which I actually like. Not a lot of people like it, and the only downside of it is because it actually restricts lockdown, in my opinion. I found my heels slipping along the back in the break-in process, and I did get a few blisters at the start of my first few wears. Yeah, and as you can see along the back, that's fully stitched there. You got the Zoom that kind of goes up into this kind of tailwind pattern. I think it's only for looks, really. I don't really see a point in having it like that. I do think it actually looks kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie, but other than that, we'll get to the rest of the shoe. Yeah, as you can see, standard lacing system, nothing too crazy there. You get to the bottom, you have you have a little bit of zoom. The traction on these is probably not the best. When I was like running on wet tarmacadam, I've found that my feet were slipping a lot in them. Would not really recommend these for any terrain really, other than tarmacadam. Dry tarmacadam is the best terrain for these. Honestly, if you were getting these for racing or something like that, or running like intensively, I would call you crazy, because in my opinion these are nothing more than a trainer. If you're like using these, treadmill, road running, you know, just in general training is the way to go with these. And as you can see, the bottom is quite specifically engineered for flexibility. As you can see, goes like that all the time. It is quite flexible. Don't know if you can see there, but as I said, not a bad value for money option for €100. If you want to get a Nike model and you're not really interested in paying that 250 euros for the Zoom Airs, this might not be a bad option. Just maybe don't use these for racing or anything like that. I just would not recommend them. Like the cushioning's okay, the upper's okay. Yeah, all around I'd say it's just an okay shoe in every way. The looks are kind of meh, and kind of everything about it is that way. So that really concludes all I have to say about the Nike Zoom Gravity. It's an alright shoe. In my opinion, it goes around at maybe a 6 or a 7 out of 10. Just budget wise, like it's not a bad option. But yeah, overall that concludes the end of the review. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.